Good afternoon. I am Ian Michael Enriquez, and I'm working on youth leadership programs through SFSD. This year, we have several internships available to students. We have a couple of site-based, like the youth outreach workers, which mostly work with wellness centers across our high schools. And we also have some nutrition outreach workers at Balboa. We also have some interscholastic teams like the School Health Advisory Board that has done things like the Tobacco Prevention PSA contest. We also have the Queer Trans Advisory Council, which has been doing our GSA days over the last few years. And we've also partnered with FoodWise to do a nutrition program for some of our interns as well. We have over 140 interns that were hired this past school year, and a lot of them are from our focal populations. About 30% of our students identified as having lived outside of the United States for part of their lives. Nearly 30% of the students identified as being LGBTQIA+. About 10% of students identified as having been in foster care at some point. And about 5% of the students identified as having experienced homelessness. So we have a wide range of very diverse students across all of the programs doing all sorts of work. One of the big changes is we have expanded the possibilities of what can be included in the internship. Historically, we've done a lot of health promotion work, and our students have been peer health educators, and that still continues. A lot of sites are doing wellness presentations at their schools. They are doing things like Love Fest and events. We also can do other things. People can create videos, brochures, anything they want to promote health. So that is still a big part of what the program is. But we've also tried to expand in other ways, one of which is ambassadorship. And in ambassadorship, we encourage students to connect wellness with their communities. And this could entail being involved in school clubs, representing wellness in those spaces, and also learning more about their community and their community needs, and bringing that back to the wellness program and advising wellness on how to support their peers and students. So this is still new and in development, but we've had students identify different issues and tackle different issues that they see in their community. We had some Chinese students who wanted to address the rise in violence during COVID and developed a workshop around anti-Asian hate, and this also led to them running a school club on Asian awareness. We had some Latinx students also identify that they wanted to address gender issues in their families and how parents are really pressuring them to abide by a lot of gender rules. So the students created a video around toxic gender messages. So work can be done in ambassadorship. And the final component is peer support, which is mostly still in development. But I know some schools have looked at things like how COVID has impacted learning and how there continues to be a lot of absences in the school. So some students wanted to support their tutoring programs at their site or start some learning groups within their classes to kind of help with the students that have not been able to attend regularly and keeping them up to date over Zoom or however they're doing it. Another thing we learned about being virtual is that we're able to do a lot more with students at a central level. So we've had more professional development work with the kids. We had 3 workshops in the fall. We have 6 workshops lined up in the spring to continue their growth and training. We've also asked for their personal interests in wellness and connected them to various opportunities in order to do more work. For example, the climate literacy specialist in the district wanted to work more with youth. So the youth that were interested in environmental wellness have been meeting over Zoom and talking about nuclear waste in the Bayview, or how CalSTRS invests a lot of money on big oil and how that is impacting mostly people of color communities, and coming up with strategies on doing outreach around that. So there's a lot of opportunities for students to engage in wellness work on many dimensions and many levels. And this, again, is something that a lot of our focal students are involved with, and we are looking forward to seeing how this can grow and how we can continue to support these students. Thank you very much, and have a good day.